Good morning, everybody. So, Annie just asked me if I thought the Buddha had a temper. Do you think the Buddha had a temper? It just reminds me of the question somebody asked the Dalai Lama a couple of years ago. He said, I understand you eat meat, but the Buddha didn't eat meat. And the Dalai Lama said, yes, the Buddha was a very pious man. Very pious man. And the other side. Lee circles. Right, up the dew meridian in the back, up the back, over the top of the head, down the Ren meridian in the front, under the crotch, up the dew meridian, down the Ren meridian. Reverse. Now, up the Ren meridian in front, over the top of the head, down the dew meridian in the back, under the crotch, up the Ren, down the dew. Shoe circles. Feel inside your body. See if you can find the channels that allow you to do, right, reverse, a shoe circle. When you do a shoe circle, it's the most complex in a way, of all the circles, because what you're doing is using the yin and yang meridians of the arms and legs, as well as the Ren and dew meridian of the body. When you bring the stick in closer, you're using your yin meridians on the inside of the arms and legs, right? You're closing. And then as you stretch out, you use the yang meridians on the outside of the arms. So it's pretty complex. Both legs, both arms, and the trunk. reverse. And doing the shoe circles and being aware of how complex this is will teach you something about how you have to use your mind in relationship to your energy body. You cannot control it. You cannot control everything in a shoe circle. That's why I have to come in here and go out there and come in there and go out there and come in here and go out there. You can't track all that. So what it is it's a relationship, and it's not a mastery. You're not forcing your body to do certain things. You're allowing your body to do certain things, and you watch it, and you go, okay, it looks like it's doing it correctly. What's happening inside my body? And you just feel it. So you come to meet, your mind comes to meet your energy body. And having consciousness of your energy body is not control over, it's just a relationship with it. All right? So yeah, I can feel all the stuff going on in there, but I'm not trying to control it. All right? And ping circle. Now you're going to use the daimai around the waist. If I was not paying any attention to this, my body would still do it. But when you pay attention to it, now your mind and your body are becoming one. And reverse. And reverse. And block. Kayaking. and reverse. The very first move in every Tai Chi form looks like this. It's exactly what we just did with the stick. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Every exercise with the stick, every exercise open-handed, every Tai Chi move has open and close within it. All right? It's the fundamental movement of the human body. All right? Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. All right? Opening and closing is the fundamental way the body works. That's from Tai Chi and Qigong theory. And Qigong theory goes back at least 5,000 years, back into the shamanic days. But I want to read you a poem from 13th century Persia. It's a poem by Rumi. It's a short little poem. It's called Bird Wings. Some of you have heard it before. Doesn't hurt to hear it again. Your grief for what you've lost lifts a mirror up to where you're bravely working. Expecting the worst, you look, and instead, here's the joyful face you've been wanting to see. Your hand opens and closes, and opens and closes. If it were always a fist, or always stretched open, you would be paralyzed. Your deepest presence, is in every small contracting and expanding. The two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. So our Taoist practice we're doing goes back 5,000 years in China. This is 13th century in Persia. I'm sure he was not practicing Qigong, but he did practice. And initiated the practice of. You've heard of the whirling dervishes. He's the guy who started it. The body is important. Moving the body is important. And you notice he moved in circles too, just like we do. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. When you close everything. Master Feng used to say this. When you close so far, there's no space left in the universe. When you open up to the very edges of the universe. All right? Everything in you opens. Every cell opens. And then it closes. It opens and it closes. Another way to think about this, it doesn't matter what movement you're doing. Those movements of opening and closing are flows. When you're opening, right, the energy is flowing out from you in every possible direction, including straight down into the earth. When you're closing, it's all coming into the center. And then it goes out. And it comes in. And it goes out. And it comes in. For those of us who are a little on the older side, your energy flow as you get older starts to close in on itself. That's a natural thing. It's not bad. When you're just a little baby and you're starting out in the world, your energy moves out into the world. And as you grow and mature, wow, it moves out and you're doing all this stuff. As you get a little older, the flow starts to reverse and it starts to come in. One of the problems is if you happen to live on a crazy planet, that closing energy can be problematic because you're closing in because of your reaction to the craziness in the world. And you can feel it. It's negative. I was telling Annie a story. I was in the Safeway up here, and I was pushing my cart around, picking some stuff up for us to eat, and I realized I was literally like gripping the cart, and I was like, my whole body was like this. Why? Well, I blame it all on Trump. But, in fact, it's my own reaction to the world. I'm like, God, that is awful. That's really unpleasant. So, I started, as I pushed my little cart along, I started doing some Qigong. And you do it with your mind. You just go, I'm not going to be this crunched up little thing right now. I'm going to reverse the flow. And instead of everything flowing in, I'm going to start pushing it out. And as soon as I did that, my physical body and my mental body and my spiritual body started feeling a lot better.
They relaxed.
They relaxed a little bit, right? You have, if you're conscious of it, you have a degree of control over the energy in your body. You know, a degree of control. Yes?
No, I'm not saying anything. I was just breathing.
Open. Close. open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. All right? Just remember open and close. Okay, you can put your sticks away. I'm going to demonstrate the first move in the Tai Chi form. Open, close, 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 close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Boom. It's all open and close. Okay. The qua, right? The groin area, right? You are opening and closing these. The right opens, the left closes. The left opens, the right closes. The right opens, the left closes, right? It's like you're bicycling. And reverse. And good. Belly rolls. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. And reverse, close, right? Open, close, open, close, open. And good. The windmill, watch. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open, close, open, close, open, close. And good. Let's do squats. You can go ahead and do these full squats if you're comfortable with that. If it's going to bother your knees or your ankles or your lower back or anything, then don't do them. I do a much lighter version of them. So Annie does a version where she sits on a pillow. It's perfectly fine to sit on a chair and just rub your knees. All right? I'm going to do a full squat. You can do this with me if you feel like it. First on the left. And then on the right. And center. Okay, hands on the knees, up slowly. Keep your head down a moment.
How's your hip?
It's okay. So squats are some of the best exercises you can do, especially as you get older. However, you should move into them very slowly and give your body a chance to adjust to them. So do them very lightly at first. All right. Okay. Genevieve, you got a question? Okay. Shoulders. And reverse. Let me show you something. Annie's going to be my push hands partner. She's going to push me on the shoulder. All these exercises come out of Tai Chi as a martial art. When someone pushes you on the shoulder, you have to have something strong in your body, not your shoulder, but something in the center. So I'm going to have her push here. If my center's weak, she starts to push, and my center's just sort of weak, I'll just collapse. So instead, you release your shoulder, but you keep your center core. Like there's a tree that grows up from your danshan. The roots grow down, the branches, the stem and branches grow up, and that's strong. So she pushes that. She pushes hard. It doesn't bother me. Right? Every ounce of effort she's putting in goes down my back leg into the ground. Right? And that's how you should feel when you do the shoulder exercises, because that's what you're actually exercising. Your shoulder moves in 2 dimensions of space, and you need to do the shoulder exercise. You need to get this, right? For one thing, it revolves like this. That's a Lee circle, a front to back circle, right? But your arm also rotates like this, right? That's a ping circle. So you're partly doing a Lee circle, 50%, and 50% you're doing a ping circle, right? Watch how you use this in the martial arts. So Annie's a mean guy, and she's pushing me right on the knob of my shoulder here, right? Now I can just release the shoulder by turning it over, but I would rather suck her in, right? Push hard, right? Push hard, and then you just release the shoulder. Just turn the hand, releases the shoulder, and what does it feel like?
You disappeared.
For your opponent, it's going to feel like you just disappeared. And people actually use that. Wait, the guy just disappeared on me. All right? So, when you do this exercise, we'll do this forward, you're rotating like this, but you're also rotating like this. And after you've done this for a few weeks or a few months or a few years, you may start to notice that it's not just your arm that's spiraling, it's also your trunk and your leg, particularly in this case, your back leg. And reverse.
That one feels so good.
Yes, this will really open up your back and your spine.
It empties all the lymph nodes in your neck.
I'm sure
and
it does.
Shoulder too.
Alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. And good. And the wrist.
Does that show up on the recording?
I have no idea. I'm going to let it stay this time, and I'm going to try to fix it again. The problem is they're trying to get you to use this double password system, and we don't need a double password system here. I got enough trouble. You know, it's good for an office situation
Yeah,
where your computer's out in public, but it doesn't make any sense at home. And double. And stretches. And the other side. And reverse. And the other side. And relax your wrists. The ankles. And the other side. And rotate. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Doling. and touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters. And salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.